I am Matchmaker and dating coach Blaine Anderson, and I'm here with Paige Gallagher, and we are going to audit the love life of a single.
Yeah.
So your job is to be brutally honest, and we are going to try and figure out why he's single and what he needs to do differently to find love.
Okay.
Are you up for it?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, let's go. Alan, we are ready for you. Come on down to the hot seat.
This is scary.
No, we will be
Good.
nice to you, maybe. We'll
Well,
see. No promises. If you can tell us where you're from, what you do, and how old you are.
Okay. So I'm from Orange County. I'm 47 next week.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And then what do I do for a living? Was that
Yeah.
your question? I'm in packaging sales.
Packaging sales.
Yeah. So I sell shrink film, flexible films in the grocery market mostly for, like when you buy like some food out there, it comes out in that thermoform film. Sorry.
No, you're
Really exciting stuff.
Okay. Have you been doing that a long time?
Yeah, I've been in packaging for about 20 years.
Okay, wow, yeah, a long time. Very nice. Well, what brings you here today? What's going on in your dating life that we are going to be helpful with?
You know my girl Kayla, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kayla is a coach on my team, a dating coach.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love Kayla. I grew up with her.
No way.
Yeah. Shit. We went back. Can I cuss on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Speak your mind. Adults only.
Yeah. We go way back to like the 90s. Went to high school with her. But yeah.
No way. You went to high school with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. And she told me about what she's doing now, and I'm like, it's kind of be perfect for me. I got divorced like, was it 7 years ago?
Wow. Okay.
And then, I've had some girlfriends here and there, but I'm just basically, I think it's just because I'm broke as fuck, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
That's your diagnosis?
That's my diagnosis.
Yeah.
I know it's probably self-imposed, but I kind of, if I'm going to be completely honest, it's probably, I'm single right now because I'm a little insecure about that, probably, if I'm going to be honest. But then,
So have you been single since your divorce?
No, I had a girlfriend, like a steady girlfriend for like 2 to 3 years. And then she, that didn't work out. And then I had another girlfriend for about a year and a half, and then we just ended that like a couple months ago.
Okay, so you're a girlfriend man.
Yeah.
You have a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're back on the dating market, and are you looking for your next girlfriend, or do you need some me time? What's going on?
I've had enough of me time. Yeah, I'm looking for my next girlfriend. With me, it's like more, the older I am now, it's more about companionship. Kind of going, enjoying the moment with someone. So I kind of have a difficult time with that, and I don't know. We'll probably get into that later, but. I'm also a single father, and it's like I don't have a lot of time, and
How old are your kids?
10 and 12, two girls.
Fun. And they live with you?
Yeah.
Full time?
Half time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So half the time you're basically in dad mode, and then the other half of the time it's like, how do I make the most of that
Yeah.
to meet partners?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Are you open to having more kids?
No.
Done. All done. Yeah.
Do you guys have kids?
I
No.
do. I have a almost 1-year-old.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You must be exhausted.
Yeah. No, I don't have kids. I don't want kids, I don't think either.
I feel
Yeah?
like no
Yeah.
comedians want kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're very selfish beings, so I feel like and we're always on the road, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's just not sustainable. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I also just never really had that like paternal or maternal instinct. Like growing up, I never really had that. My younger siblings want kids, and so I want to be just like the fun aunt, and I think that'll be fulfilling enough for me.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I
That's
don't know.
cool.
Yeah.
I've never understood the desire to not have kids more than since having a kid.
I know,
And I
right?
love my daughter. Like, I
Yeah.
want more kids. I, like, love being a mom. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But now having a baby, I'm like, oh, yeah, not for
You
everyone.
get it. Yeah,
you don't
it's
want
not-
one, don't have one.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, and I don't think it should be like a lukewarm decision. I think
Yeah.
like if I want kids, like I want to be full force into it. I just don't feel that way. So
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Would you
That's
date
smart that
somebody
you know
with
that.
kids?
Yeah. I kind of prefer that, actually.
Yeah.
Just because they know the struggle. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
someone that's never had kids, they don't understand how, the responsibilities, the pressure you put on yourself, all that crap.
Yeah.
And I think, if you're a mother, then you totally get it.
And you get the balancing of schedules that the kids have to come first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How do you go about introducing a partner to your kids? Like, how
good
long
question.
do you wait? Or do you?
Yeah, it's a good question. It really depends on how much I like them.
That's so fair. Yeah, of course.
I mean, I've gone on some dates with someone, some girls that it's just kind of like for fun, and I'm not really seeing any future there. So if I see that there's a potential for a future, then I'll introduce them.
Yeah, because you have to see how they get along. Have you lived with any women since your divorce?
Yeah,
Okay.
my last girlfriend lived with us, so we're down in Laguna Niguel. So she lived with us for about a year and a half, and I like her. I'm kind of conflicted on like why I broke that off. She's a great girl, she just irritated the shit out of me. She just annoyed the, I couldn't.
That's important.
She was just
That's
annoying.
important.
Hopefully
Yeah.
she's not listening to this. It's like,
How long were you together?
it was like, so we were friends first. I mean, to give you the whole breakdown, I'm an alcoholic. I quit drinking 4
Okay.
years ago.
Okay.
And
Congrats. That's
Yeah, that's
amazing.
huge.
Thank you.
Sobriety,
Yeah.
4 years. That's
Yeah.
something to celebrate.
Yeah.
California sober,
Yeah.
so I still
Of
smoke.
course. No, congrats. That's awesome.
So I knew her when I was a drinker, and she hated my guts, and
Okay.
she doesn't drink. And we just didn't get along when I quit drinking. We just kind of started vibing properly,
Yeah.
And we started going out. And I enjoyed her company. We had a good time, and she's really easygoing. And then so I'm like, yeah.
And she's also sober.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay. And then you guys hit it off once you were sober.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we had like some real conversations, and we just seemed to connect. She's kind of she has a very good sense of humor. She's really loud and obnoxious. From
I'm
So
loving
part
the
of that
honesty.
you liked about her, but then it was
Yeah.
like too much, and you were like, "You're annoying me."
She's like Jersey obnoxious. She's
Got
from
it.
Jersey,
Okay.
so it's like she's really loud and whatever. But I just couldn't stand like living in that scenario.
Okay, so you just got over it. You realized like
Yeah,
you're annoying me.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that, and especially as a parent too, I'm also blaming my kids right now for being single. I mean, because you get so freaking tired.
Yeah.
You don't want to go out. Plus, you enjoy. It's the first time in your life you start enjoying nothing. Like sitting there, like you could probably appreciate that without the
Yeah,
baby
sitting in
crying.
silence. Yeah.
Yeah, you sit in
favorite activity.
silence like a psycho, and it's soothing.
Yeah.
So like
She was not allowing you the silence
exactly.
you needed.
Yeah, so it's like
Yapper.
Yeah, I was on like professional, work mode, and then I come home be on daddy mode, and then it's just like I kind of want to break and not like this chaos.
Got
Yeah.
it. Do you typically attract chaotic women?
Yeah, I like them crazy girls.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's
So you
Apparently-
seek it out, and then once you get a little too close, it's like you got to find the right kind of crazy, maybe.
Yeah, it's like I've heard. Can I lean back when I lean back? If
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things where the thing that attracts most is like what you end up hating about them. I don't know if you ever had that scenario with someone, like you found something like charming or endearing about that person, and then it just ultimately ends up like annoying the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Trying to think of like an example if that's ever happened to me. Like the things that initially attracted me to someone made me hate them. Maybe
Yeah.
like I remember I had a boyfriend in my 20s who what initially attracted me to him was like, oh, we had so much fun going out, and like we lived in New York and we
Yeah.
partied all the time and he had all these friends and that was really fun. And then as like things went on, I was like, this is what I hate. Like I want to stay home and do nothing. I don't want to like go to the clubs. Like I don't want to
Totally.
party.
Yeah.
So I guess
for
that's
sure.
like I have had that happen.
Yeah, my boyfriend currently talks in his sleep, and at first I like thought it was funny, and now I want to kill him with my bare hands.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
not
it
cute
really-
anymore.
No, God, no, it's not cute. And he's also really loud. He's from Boston, so he like sleep talks in his accent and like really loud.
Well, that'd be weird if he slept talk in a different accent, like
That
a
would be
British
weird.
Yeah.
accent.
I think that'd be kind of impressive. I'd be like, all right, let's see what he has to say. But and the other night he got up and started clapping and cheering and walking around, and
He was asleep.
He was asleep, and at this
Go
point,
Red Sox.
yeah, literally. And he'll wake up in the morning like, oh, babe, how'd you sleep? I slept so good. And I'm like, oh, I want to murder you. Yeah. So at first I was like, oh, this is so funny. And now it's like sort of
Yeah, that
horrible.
sounds very
Annoying.
annoying.
It's really
That sounds like it'd be
annoying.
funny one time.
It'd be
Yeah.
funny one time. Yeah.
And
But
then-
Yeah.
oh my God.
That would
yeah,
get
it's
annoying
brutal.
quick.
It's brutal. So yeah, I relate a little bit.
That's that one time thing, like she was a queen of that. Like she's really funny. Like the first time, like this is kind of a stupid scenario, but brought up a memory. Like, you know, I walked in front of her and she sticks her finger up my butt, you know. I was walking up the stairs. Yeah, it's like funny for a sec. You know, like, but it's like every fucking time. Like
She's poking you in the butt.
like 5 times a fucking day, you know. So it's like,
Oh, that's
you know, like
funny.
and
Okay,
she does stuff like that all the time. Like cute, it's like really cute and funny and you know quirky. But then
Until
it's like,
it's not.
all right, it's not funny anymore. Shut up. Stop
Did
I
she
get
take that
yeah.
feedback? Did you try because these seem like if you love or like workable problems, like just be a little less annoying.
Yeah, I gave her some feedback on that. She always just seemed to be like, I should have worked on my tone, but I'd just be like, shut the fuck up. But I wouldn't, you know,
I get
not
that.
sinister, but like she'd be
Yeah.
kind of like,
in the moment.
I didn't want to hurt her feelings, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd be like, it's really annoying if you do that, and then she'd be like, well, you know, you're not so perfect yourself, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and your other chaotic relationships, they've all been with high intensity women.
yeah.
Your ex-wife,
Yeah, my ex-wife is nuts.
high intensity.
Oh God, I was just such an idiot. You know, I got engaged after dating her for only 4 months, and
Were you head over heels? Like,
yeah, like madly in love, and I did. You know, she's gorgeous.
and this is when you were drinking.
yeah, this is when I was drinking.
Okay, yeah.
And she was like,
And was she a drinker too?
No. You know what's funny is like all my girlfriends aren't drinkers. You know,
Is that something you look for? Is that important to you?
not really. I mean,
Like, could you date somebody that drinks and is not sober?
yeah, I could. Yeah, that wouldn't be. That's a good question because like I feel like when I say that I don't drink, people feel like they can't drink around me,
Yeah.
and that's not true. I don't care at all. I actually prefer it if you were to drink around me.
Yeah.
You know?
As opposed to like feeling like you have to walk on eggshells.
Yeah.
And
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, I know there's some alcoholics out there where it's like you can't have alcohol anywhere near them. Like to me, it's like fuck alcohol. I'm done with it. I was a happy drunk, you know, so it's like it wasn't. You know, I have I don't really have that sore feelings of alcohol. It's not like
Yeah.
you think it's the devil. It's just not for you.
It was just something that happened in what I used to do when I was younger. That's how I
Yeah.
view it. So I mean, but for me, it's like you could do whatever you want in front of me. It doesn't faze me.
That's cool. What a good place to be in with your sobriety too. I feel like that's a hard place to get to.
Were you
Yeah.
always like that?
Yeah.
Even right when you got sober, you were like, it's fine if people drink around me, or was there a while where you're like, I need my space?
You know, I was done. I was absolutely. I was done 6 months before I stopped drinking. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
like I didn't even enjoy drinking the past 6 months of my
Yeah.
drinking. So when I was done, I was just done. I was like, I'm done with this. I checked myself in to rehab,
Wow.
which is like literally and metaphorically sobering. You know, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
going through that type of scenario. It's brutal. But yeah, I honestly like since then I never really wanted to drink. There are times where I'm like, oh, like right now, like if I had a beer before this I'd probably be not
You're nervous?
stumbling so much. Yeah.
No, you're great. Yeah.
Thanks. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Okay, and so looking in your past, like chaotic women, looking in your future, is that something where you're like, no, I know I need the chaos, I just like it, I need to find the right one, or is it like, no, I think I'm ready to change my ways, sober up, give up the toxic women or the chaotic
yeah.
women?
I mean, I'm ready to change my ways, and I think a lot of that, you know, trying to being attracted to chaotic women was an alcohol thing, probably. So yeah, and now that I'm older and I'm a father and more stable and all that, like I would enjoy like the moments of having a boring moment at the library with someone that I like, you know, as opposed to, you know, partying and shots
Shutting
at
down the
bar.
beer,
Yeah,
or shutting
yeah.
down the bar, excuse me.
Yeah.
And beer. Yeah.
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 Yeah. That makes sense.
So
Okay.
how have you met women in the past? Like, did you typically meet women at bars and out and about?
Yeah, that was a hard thing, honestly, when I quit drinking, is meeting women.
Yeah.
It's all I knew, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you go to a bar, you have a few drinks, you meet someone, you know, and then we would hook up, and then we decide if you want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like So that was kind of different for me, but
And the alcohol lubricates you to be able to talk to someone you don't know.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, even non-alcoholics, rely on that. Like, oh, I need to have a drink to go on a date so I can like be
Totally.
loose, or I need to have a drink and to be able to approach women. So like I only meet women at night when I'm out because the alcohol provides that confidence boost.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And it helped me more than anything. Yeah, it's like just for my own anxiety.
Right.
But yeah, that was different. I mean, to answer your question with the dating websites, or was that the question?
Or I was asking how you typically met women, and it sounded like bars and dating apps.
Yeah, it was bars, dating apps. I haven't done the dating apps in like a while. Like, I mean, past 5 years, it was all natural, like organic meeting women.
Okay, where would you meet them besides bars now that you're sober?
Pickleball courts.
Nice.
Love me a pickleball pickup.
That is a good spot.
You
Yeah.
guys play pickleball?
Yeah.
Do you really? What's
Well,
it
I
do
haven't
for-
a lot. Oh, it's bad. I haven't much since having a baby because she takes up so much time. But before having the baby, I played a lot of pickleball, like a few times a week.
Nice.
So awesome.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
And it's one of the top places I recommend as a way to meet people because it's such an easy approach. Like, ask what their duper is.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
ask if they want to play doubles. Ask if they want to join your game. You're looking for a fourth. Like, it's just and it's a good way to get a phone number. Hey, we're always looking for a fourth. Like, let me get your number and I can text you to play. So
Yeah.
it's such a nice way. And you get to like be outside. You get a little exercise. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Highly recommend. Okay, so where else? Pickleball.
Pickleball. Just where I live. All different activities. Like I coach my girls' soccer team. Like you
Yeah,
get
their
into
moms.
Yeah.
the
Any
other
soccer
moms. You get into soccer moms.
Yes.
But like right now when I think about it, it's all like all the women that I'm dating is in the pool from pickleball.
Really? Wow, that's your like go-to. But is that
Yeah.
hard because don't they know each other?
Well, I go to different courts.
That's
So
the
you got
key.
your
Yeah,
court
yeah, yeah.
over here, your court up
Yeah.
north, your court by the beach.
Get my pickleball babe over there. I'm going
Yeah,
over there.
that's smart.
Wow,
'cause
that's amazing. All of your girlfriends are coming from pickleball.
that's incredible. That's fun.
Recently, I mean, as
Yeah.
of, the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, that's kind of like only where I hang out. I don't hang out at bars anymore.
So you play a lot of pickleball.
I do. I play like probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Nice.
Okay, amazing. What about the gym? Do you ever meet women?
Yeah. So I go to Lifetime Gym, which is. Have you ever been down there?
Not to the one in Newport or Laguna Niguel.
Yeah, the one in Laguna. So actually,
Okay,
I
nice.
hang out there a lot.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Right?
It's really nice. I mean, going back to like the initial, my insecurity about dating and having no money. It's like everyone there has fucking money, right? They're all
Sure.
like, high rollers. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I kind of,
What do you feel like you're uncomfortable or like insecure about with the money? Because obviously you have worked in the same industry for 20 years. You have a house, like you're supporting 2 kids. Do you feel like expectations of women are higher than what you bring to the table?
Yeah. I mean,
Is that feedback you've gotten, or is that something you're telling yourself?
I mean, I did. Yeah, I did. I was vibing pretty good with this one pickleball gal, and like we started, and like we even went out, went on a date, and the date went well, and like we were just talking about like like what we do for a living, and then just kind of like the energy left the room, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh.
And she did mention, she's like, I need someone to be financially stable and in charge of their own finances and like this and that. And
But did you give the impression that you weren't?
yeah, because my problem is so it's like, I make good money. It's just my overhead's too high. It's like I have a 2-bedroom apartment in Orange County in Laguna that I pay for myself,
Yeah.
which is a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
Well, you are a 47-year-old man. I would
Yeah.
assume you pay for it yourself. Who else is paying for it?
I mean, but it's like a 2-bedroom apartment, which is the
Yeah.
rent's super high,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I make good money. It's just kind of most of it goes out, and it's,
Yeah.
like if I could share the bedroom, share the apartment, that would be a different story. Or, if I didn't have to deal with that, then, it's like, because I'm also used to, before when I was married and whatnot, like I'm used to, hey, let's go to Mexico, let's go to the Bahamas or some shit. And it's like, we would have the money to do that, because I was sharing my life with someone.
Yeah.
A combined income.
Yeah.
So to me, when I'm thinking about like, I start dating a new girl, you know, I like to do like fun, spontaneous things, trips and stuff like that, which I can't do at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
In my experience, like, yes, there are going to be women who only want to date men who are at a certain financial level. And there might be some women who you don't meet that level for, and like, they're just not a fit for you. But most women, assuming you have your shit together, you have a car that, you know, isn't getting like turned off or repossessed, you have a house over your head, you're supporting your daughters, you're supporting yourself, you're gainfully employed. It's more about how you talk about it and how you feel about it than the exact number in your bank account.
yeah.
So even like coming in here when we asked you what you did, it was kind of like, oh, like I work in packaging. It's not that exciting. Like that was
Yeah,
your
yeah.
underlying emotion behind talking about what you did, as opposed to like, I worked in packaging for 20 years. You know, the wrap you see at the grocery store, that's me. That's what I've been doing, you know?
Yeah.
And being confident in it and confident in what you bring to the table, because I think most women out there who are frustrated with dating and who aren't meeting guys that they like, it's not that, oh, these guys are all like, they're too poor for me. It's like they aren't showing up, they aren't confident, like they aren't doing what they say they're gonna do, they aren't kind to me. And as long as you're doing those things, the exact number in your bank account matters a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
But it is
I
how
feel the
you
same.
talk about it.
Yeah. I could see that for sure.
Yeah. Do you think that like when you are dating, is that something that you look for in women? Like, do you want them to be?
A sugar mama?
Yeah, or like, yeah,
That'd be nice.
That would be
sugar
nice.
mama? Yeah, I think we all want a sugar mama. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, is that something that's important to you? Like, because I know a lot of women are, you know, not a lot of women. I mean, a lot of women are very like career focused and stuff, which is great. But there are some who want to just be stay at home mom. Like, is that a deal breaker for you, or?
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, what they make is irrelevant to me.
Okay, yeah,
To a point, you know, it's like you want to see someone that's passionate about something, you know, and if they're
Yeah.
successful financially from doing
Even
so, then
better.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But if not, who, you know, as long as they're doing what they want to do.
yeah,
I also feel like you do live in an area that puts more pressure on finances, perhaps. Like
Yeah.
Orange
Yeah.
County in general, you think of kind of being like foofy, uppity, like people care about the car you drive more and
especially at Lifetime Fitness.
I
yeah.
know.
Hello, yeah, they're all care. That's all they care about. Yeah.
I know, you're 100% correct.
have you thought about living someplace else?
Yeah.
Where,
It's
and
kind
it's
of,
also really expensive there.
I know. We were thinking about maybe moving, you know, and it's all dependent on like my ex-wife got remarried and then we have kids, so we have to deal with that
Yeah.
kind of dynamic. So I'd be open to it for sure. But
Are you
so,
from here? I don't know. I can't remember if you said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I grew up in Irvine actually.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Born and bred.
With my girl Kayla.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yes, we did
Shout out
discuss
Kayla.
that. Where would you move if you like could? Like if nothing was tying you back?
You know, like what I envision is I want, you know, like a Victorian house. you
Yeah,
know,
of course.
the nice big yard
Yeah.
and a big, you know, dog. And
You moved to like Texas. We got
Exactly.
more space out in Texas.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys got space out there. Yeah.
We might do that,
Midwest.
honestly. Like, we were talking about maybe Austin, Texas.
That's
So
where I live.
Austin's
that-
great.
Do you really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
live in Austin. Yeah.
Look me up.
Great. But we don't need more people. Don't come there. Just
Alright,
kidding.
you
You're
guys
welcome.
do
You seem
not.
like a good guy, Alan. You bring your family out.
Yeah.
So you have to organize that though with your wife and her husband.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they have to want to move, and then you could move too.
Yeah.
That
But,
makes it tough.
You know,
Yeah.
he works in Austin. So he flies
Oh.
back here. And she's the one who
Okay,
kind
you
of
guys
mentioned
should
that. so I'm like,
definitely
"Fuck,
move
this
to
is-
Austin.
I know.
That would. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could upgrade that 2-bedroom
I
apartment
was
to
gonna
a
say
2-bedroom
that
house
could
with a
take care of
yard.
that.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know.
That could take care of that for sure. And the pool out there is different. I mean, Orange County, I'm not so familiar with Orange County, but I can't imagine it. I imagine it being sort of tight, you know, when it comes to like dating women, especially, I don't know.
Of
Yeah.
your age, like what's your age range? What age do you go for?
I would do like 35 to 45.
Yeah,
Probably.
you're going on 47.
Yeah.
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 What's your pickup line? Like you see a cute 40-year-old at pickleball. Let's
What's
them
up,
actually do a
baby?
little role play.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
say Paige
yeah,
here.
let's see.
She's
Okay.
she's practicing her dink at the net. And then what?
Oh my God.
I don't really play pickleball, but I assume
What's
this
up,
is how
girl?
you do
What's your duper rating?
Nice.
You looking good.
I don't know. I think it's good though.
That's a nice backhanded ATP. You know what that's
Okay.
about, baby? No.
Wait, what do you?
No,
That
I
would
mean-
work. That would work.
I mean, oh shit. I don't know. Are there pickup lines anymore? I don't have.
Or what would you say? What would you
I have
say
like
when
horrible game. I would be like,
when you see a cute lady at pickleball? Like, how do you approach her? It sounds like you've been doing it.
I'll try to find something to talk to them about, like with something that they're wearing, you know, because like most women out there, they especially in Laguna, they wear really cute clothing and whatnot, and, you know. So I know they like.
So you're like, that's a nice tennis skirt.
Yeah, but that's a cool skirt, you know. Like
Nice.
looks like the skirt I wear. You know, I'm just kidding. But you know,
But I like that, making humor, infusing humor into the situation.
Yeah. I don't have a particular line. Can you give me one?
I mean, I like keeping it really open, but I liked your duper one line. Like, you could say, like, I saw you out there. You got some nice dinks, or like, you got a good
Yeah.
backhand. Like, you play here often, and then it's like, oh no, like she laughs. You know, like if depending on how good she is, if you're like kind of being teasy or not. And then you just start the conversation from there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like commenting on something situational. I think clothing,
too.
it can work. Especially if you're being like jokey about the skirt, like, oh, I got that same one back home, you know. It can also be like a little like, why are you commenting on her clothes, like depending on the vibe. But I definitely like using situational, asking like how often she plays, if like she wants to play with you guys, if you're looking for a third, asking what her duper rating is. Like those are all good questions.
Yeah.
Relevant to the situation that then gets you talking about something that you're obviously very interested in, something you do often. Good for you to flex.
Yeah.
I feel like being good at pickleball too is like a great way. You can go on a date that way. You can play together and kind of show off. There's nothing worse than like someone who sucks at pickleball and then you like do it with a girl and it's like she's not gonna find you sexy if you're like really bad at it.
Yeah, that'd be
So like if you don't play pickleball, don't do a pickleball date. Like that's
whiff
not
a
gonna be
serve.
cute. I know I had a girlfriend and we used to play a lot of pickleball. She like wasn't sure about this guy, so she's like, I don't really want to do a dinner date. I want to do something like outside, social, get some steps. So I'm just gonna invite him to play pickleball with us. And we're no like pickleball studs. And she invites this guy to play, and he's like, oh yeah, like I've played before. He was so bad, like the game like couldn't even get going because he just
Oh
like
my God.
whiffed it every time,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
dropped the ball every time.
Oh, that's
and
so
he seemed
awkward.
like a perfectly nice guy, but like my friend wanted nothing to do with him and was like, I'm absolutely not seeing that guy again. And I was like, oh yeah, he really shouldn't have agreed to the pickleball first date, given he'd like played one time before.
Yeah, why would he agree to do
I
that?
think he
That's
really
so
wanted
funny.
to meet her, but he should have insisted on something
I
else.
know.
Yeah. That's so
Because
funny.
like doing something you're shit at can be endearing if she already likes you a little bit, but if she
Yeah.
doesn't know you and you're shit at something, then it's just kind of a turn off.
Well, yeah, it's awkward. You're like, oh shit. I also think like being too good and too competitive is also bad. Like I
You're,
remember.
like, slamming the ball at her.
Yeah,
feet.
and you're like getting mad. I remember I went on a first date with a guy, and he was like, "Let's go play pool," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm not very good at it," but like, he's like, "Oh no, like it's just a hobby for me," and it clearly wasn't just a hobby for him, and it got so awkward because he would get like mad. We'd be like
Were
mid
you on a
conversation
team or playing against each other?
against each other, but like he would get mad at my form, like mid conversation would stop me like, and that was so scary.
Ew, I
Really?
hate that.
It was like, and yeah, I did sleep with him for like 2 more weeks after that, but that's about it. So that's like about as long as it lasted.
So
But
he was less critical in the bedroom.
yeah, he was fine. But I think there is like a middle ground to like being fun with it, and which
Yeah,
sounds
you
like
don't-
what you've been doing.
You don't want to be overly competitive.
No, it's
For sure.
scary. It's scary.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
have pickleball as a way to meet women. We've got the gym potentially, although we're slightly worried about those girls being too into money.
Yeah.
Where else
Oh God.
in Orange County as a man of 46 going on 47?
You're asking where do I meet women?
Yeah, or where could you? Let's
The
brainstorm.
grocery store. Yeah.
A farmer's market?
Farmers market.
We love a good farmer's
Ooh.
market. I feel like moms hang out at farmer's markets. That's a good place.
Yeah.
We said the soccer games. I don't know, PTA. Are you involved in
Oh,
your girls'
yeah.
school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you date like one of your daughter's like friend's mom, or is that like a no?
Yeah, I would.
You would.
Yeah.
Give me.
I have a few
you
in mind
before?
right now.
Oh, nice. You got some crushes?
That's awesome.
How do you approach? I guess your girls are old enough where you can't really be like, oh, you guys want to come over for a play date?
Yeah,
Like,
come over. We'll have a barbecue at the pool.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
wait, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done that a few times.
And has it worked or not?
It works. It's just it's kind of hard to have like a date with kids
With the
around.
kids?
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
of course.
But-
yeah.
You can check the vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Vibe check. And are you on any of the dating apps right now?
No,
Okay.
I did that for a while, and it just seems like a waste of time. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
the only hits I got were like probably looks wise probably sixes, and then there are also pictures from like 2010, 2015.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
That's tough.
which we all do, You
happens.
We should not do that though.
We shouldn't, but we all do it.
I feel like you could do really well on dating apps with a great profile. And you've got Kayla, who's a dating coach on my team. Shout out Kayla, great at making profiles. She is your girl for making an A+ dating profile. And I think you would do really well in the mom subset of like 35 to 45.
Yeah.
You would clean up if you had a great profile. But if you don't have an A+ profile as a man, it is
It's
such a
tough.
waste of time. Well, it's just a
Yeah.
huge time suck. It's a huge energy suck. It kills your confidence because no one's going to match with you.
Yeah.
But you're handsome. You could have a great profile, and I think you would get, it'd be just another avenue to meet women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have Kayla help me.
Yeah. Do you have any good photos? Look, we
Not
can get
really.
one of you right now.
Oh yeah, look at you on the podcast.
Yeah, and people be like, oh my God, he has
That's so
interesting things to
impressive.
say. Oh, this is good.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, maybe like
I
do
like
arms
this.
on the table like this, like you're leaning forward.
I'm loving
but-
this
I'll do like a
impromptu
professional,
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
great. Yeah. Wow, this guy's
This-
got interesting things to say. Who wants to
Yeah.
talk to him about
This is
his
what I wanna talk about right now.
expertise? Okay, well, dude, we have one of your 6 photos accomplished.
Perfect. That plus the
Easy.
pickleball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have a pickleball
Oh my
photo.
god. Yeah. Pickleball photo.
Photo of you on the beach. Photo of you at a farmer's market.
On the beach?
Yeah, why not? You
All
live
right.
by the beach.
I heard working out's like a faux pas. Like guys working
Here's
out.
the problem.
know?
You can't do the workout photo where it's like the mirror selfie of you at the gym. That's the faux pas. That's
Or
what
like
looks
the
bad.
mid deadlift or whatever that is, the squat. You know,
Yeah.
like from behind you have somebody do it. That's
No.
that's
You don't like
spooky
that?
territory.
No.
Spooky territory.
What about bicep curls?
Nah. Show me in real life, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
Yeah,
how,
you should just be like picking up the gourd at the farmer's market.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
with
Get
your
creative
arm.
with
That's
it.
right. Pick up a cantaloupe.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Show your biceps that way.
That's actually.
You got to get
really
artsy
cool.
with it. Yeah, you have to.
I believe in you. I think actually I don't say this because I think for a lot of people dating apps are just like not even worth it, and especially for younger guys. But I think if you're a little bit older, you are busy, you got your daughters, you got a lot going on. It's a really nice way to meet more people.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about at work? Would you ever date a coworker?
Not in my field in packaging. It's like
All men?
95. Yeah, mostly men.
Packaging, big man field. Okay.
Yeah. And I
Dang
don't
it.
go into an office, so I'm just working from home mostly.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that's not really a good pool to pick from.
Dang it.
Yeah.
What's your
I don't know.
That's an easy
go-to
one.
first date?
So it used to be let's grab some drinks,
Yeah.
Of course.
and that's what I did the past. I did that the past 2 or 3 times, but
Drinks?
maybe where they have drinks, but I still think like it makes them uncomfortable. So I mean I need a new first
Okay.
date.
And
Yeah,
your first
yeah.
date. Okay, let's brainstorm.
Well, I think like why drinks works is because it's usually at night. It's a sexy environment. The lights are lower, so it feels more romantic than like let's get a coffee, where it can feel more like a business meeting. So I think the key is just picking some place that also has mocktails, and not like don't get a water if you take a girl to a bar. Like you get an
Right.
NA beer, and you can say like I don't drink anymore, but all my friends do, and I don't have a problem with it. So order whatever you want. I'm gonna get the mocktail that I really like here.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I did that. Actually, I enjoyed this one date with the other pickleball girl, who I didn't make enough money for.
Right.
We went to a pretty cool place. It was like a speakeasy in Laguna Beach, and I like to do like active stuff too. Especially.
Well, pickleball girl, you could totally play pickleball with too.
Yeah, but this place was cool because it had like we were playing Scrabble. They have like board games and stuff,
I like that.
and
A little game night.
yeah, like
There's a lot of bars that have that now.
Yeah.
So it keeps me entertained. It's like without drinking. I like to do something, or like playing pool. That'd be a good first date.
Yeah, pool is a great first date. Yeah, if you're not a freak like that. But
Like,
yeah.
Watch your back.
Yeah,
stroke.
literally. I know. I was
Shut
like,
up.
Jesus, I felt like so judged. But yeah, pool is great. Something active with dim lighting, I'd say, is like
Yeah.
a
pro.
Yeah. Do you and this might be crossing a line, but do you go to meetings at all? Like, would you ever meet somebody at a meeting?
No. I went to a meeting. I went in the beginning when I first quit. I went. I probably should go. But
I mean,
yeah.
it's only helpful for like it's not helpful for everybody. So I just didn't know if that was a part of your schedule, and that would be like another place to meet people that have like.
Are you
similar
not
stories.
supposed to do that though? I don't know.
Are you not supposed to
You're
date
not
people?
supposed to date
Yeah, I
your
don't
But I feel like
sponsor.
people. Oh,
your sponsor.
But
Okay,
you can
yeah.
date
yeah.
somebody else who's there.
You can, but it's kind of frowned upon.
Got it.
Well,
But
there's
you're
so many
like
meetings.
well
Just go to
into
another
your
one.
sobriety. Like I
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
dangers of like, oh, we're both 2 weeks sober. Like we got this.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, that it can be like scary, but it's also something where you both have like this
Yeah.
common thing, and you can find things to do together that aren't, around drinking. But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I thought I mean, the problem is I just don't really 100%, subscribe to the AA model.
Totally. Yeah.
For me, AA is all about like drinking. It's like all they think about is drinking. You wake up thinking about not drinking all day long.
Yeah.
And
it's a
for you,
constant
that's
battle.
For
just
me, I
like
was just
happening in
fuck
the
drinking.
background.
I don't
Yeah.
want
It's
to
not
drink
relatable.
anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it is a good place to meet.
Yeah.
Because we've gone through the same struggle, so
Right.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
You want to do the same things, but
Yeah.
not involve drinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would be a good app. You should get on. I mean, not that you I know you don't have a drinking problem, but like I was thinking about doing like a sober adventure app because
Oh, that's awesome.
People who I feel like there's dating apps for everything. Is there not a sober dating app? I wouldn't even.
There's
be
gotta
surprised.
There probably is,
Yeah, I feel
right?
like there probably is.
If there's not, somebody's got to get on that. That is
Yeah.
that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like a tour app, like a tour thing, like where you go to Greece, on everyone's sober.
Oh.
I feel like that must exist too.
That probably
like
exists
group
too.
trips. I mean,
Chime
you should
in,
look
everybody.
into
Does it exist? Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a great.
Because it would be fun. I like to still do stuff, so it'd be fun to like, we could go parachuting or we should go rock climbing for sober people.
That's a really good idea. I know there is like an LA based group kind of like that on Instagram where like they do a lot of them are into like stargazing and stuff. So they'll do like on a new moon or something, they'll go do a hike and they'll like take pictures. But
And there's a sober thing.
I don't think I don't know if
okay.
it's a sober, but it's just like a group of people that get together and do things like that, or they'll do
Yeah.
like a beach cleanup together, and it's just kind of random stuff that isn't necessarily like going out and getting fucked up.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's got to be like at least an Instagram group in Orange County, maybe. We'll do
There's
some
gotta
research
be.
for you. Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't looked that hard. It's just,
That's
kinda-
fair. Yeah.
But it's time for me to stop.
To get out
bullshitting
there
around.
I think a lot of it sounds like it's just you not feeling confident enough to put yourself out there at this moment.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably correct.
Yeah.
I feel like we have some good places for you to meet women.
Yeah.
How do you feel like you typically do on dates? We know you need to improve your talk tracks around your work.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking about it positively and in like a way that makes you feel confident. You seem confident and inspired by what you do. Just like you said, you want a woman who likes what she does and is passionate about something. That's like one of the key things women look for also. So you want to
Okay.
be able to speak to that.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a plan for where you're going to meet people. Now it's about getting on the dates and performing. How do you feel like you typically do on dates? Like, do you have any problems escalating things with women you like?
It's hard for me to know because I mean, since drinking, and I've had girlfriends since I quit drinking, but they're also women that I knew while I
Prior.
drank. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you find out that's hard to... Because you seem very open and casual about it, like, hey, I'm an alcoholic, I don't drink. Is that
Yeah.
something you are concerned about having to share with people?
no, not at all.
Good.
I'm more concerned about just kind of just coming off as a catch. It's a. I am one thing I do pride myself on is I am a good father. So I'm a total dad. I have all the dad jokes and all that shit too.
Yeah.
So I maybe if I could accentuate more of that area to convey, and I'm used to like going back to my younger years. I'm used to like going on a date with the mindset of like trying to impress these women, not necessarily financially, but also kind of like with my gusto and like what I got going.
Your charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of lost a little bit on there, but yeah, I mean,
Do you have a go-to dad joke?
Yeah, give us your best.
shit. I don't. Let me think. I mean, there's so many.
I know. There's so many.
I mean, what was is it crocodiles or saltwater? Like,
What? Is that the joke?
no. There's like alligators
The
or
premise?
Yeah,
Alligators-
one's in freshwater and one's in saltwater.
yeah. And the reason why it was a crocodile. The reason
Mm-hmm.
why it's in salt water is because pepper water makes it sneeze. That's
Pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's
That
a
got
dad
me.
joke.
Yeah,
That's a
dad
total
joke.
dad joke.
That's great.
That just whatever. But
I like that though. I like, okay, you don't have the same things you had 20 years ago of your bravado maybe and charisma at the bar and being like the party hype guy.
Yeah.
But now you have like, I'm the steady dad. I am caring about my daughters. I'm a girl dad. I do what I say I'm going to do. I work hard. I know what I want. I like to be active. I'm fit. Those are all things that you should be really confident in and are the things that women are going to be excited about for you.
yeah, it's interesting because it's like I always felt like, who gives a shit? Like women don't care about that necessarily. I mean, I know I could appreciate them caring about if you're a good father or whatnot.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not these like chaotic women that you're pulling into
Yeah,
your life
maybe.
and like picking incorrectly, but
Yeah.
a nice, stable, mature, even keeled, grounded woman that you want to date next will appreciate those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
And
That's
so
true.
finding, like I said, the woman who wants the guy with the fanciest car and wants the guy who's going to take her on a flashy vacation, she's not for you. That's just, it's not going to work out.
yeah,
And she probably also doesn't have the qualities that I just mentioned that you want either, if
Yeah.
that's what she's after.
yeah. I mean, honestly, in that I find that unattractive in a woman. You know?
Yeah.
It's like that's not what I'm looking for either.
Yeah.
And that's if they're looking for a sugar daddy, that's awesome. Good for them. It's just
Yeah,
that's
not
not
for
what I'm
you.
looking
That's not
for.
what you're looking
Yeah.
for, yeah.
Yeah. I like that also the idea of going on trips. Like there are a lot of group trips. Like I don't know about sobriety, but for singles and they're oftentimes designated by age group. So it's like, oh, I can go on a group of like with single parents or 35 to 45-year-old other people. And that could be a good way to meet someone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the long distance is tough when you have kids because it's like you can't relocate and they can't. So
Yeah.
you want
Oh, yeah. I
someone
didn't
in
even
your
think
area.
about that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like those groups, it's kind of like nationwide people. Okay, so if you're on a first date, right, and like the chemistry's not there or like you're just not feeling it, how do you handle that? Do you handle that? Do you just keep going with the date or do you kind of cut it short? Like, what's your sort of go-to move? I'm very curious
Oh
about
God. Yeah.
Because you seem like a guy that doesn't want to waste any of your time. So it's kind of like,
Yeah. I mean, I try to, out of respect, I'll make it last at least an hour,
Okay.
But again, I also get myself in first dates. I'll say a couple drinks. So there's not a time limit,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a smart move because it's so daunting sometimes, like committing to like a full dinner or like a
No,
full,
you want a short.
Yeah.
Plan a short date first because like you don't know. I mean, at
Yeah.
least if you're meeting women in person, you have an idea of who they are.
That's very true.
So
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
hopefully you're okay spending an hour with them because you've already had a conversation. You've already know they look like what you think they look like, as opposed to a dating app where you're like,
Yeah.
who's gonna show up? Are
Totally.
we gonna have anything in common?
Yeah. Do you want to get married again?
I'd be open to it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, is it like something that you're really, really wanting, or is it kind of just like if it makes sense for me?
If it makes sense for me.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
I think my marriage didn't work out just because of the woman, not because of the marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's not like my ultimate goal.
Sure.
I don't understand why you have to get the government involved, honestly. I would,
Fair enough.
Good
I would do
point.
like a Kurt Douglas, Goldie Hawn deal. Do you know this?
I
is it
know who
Kurt
they-
Douglas? Kurt Russell.
And what, they just were together a long
They've been together for like 45 years, but not
Yeah.
married.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I know very successful couples.
I
who
feel like the
that.
reason to get the government involved is so like if you become a vegetable,
Benefits.
like the person has the ability to like
that's
pull
true.
the
Yeah,
plug
yeah, yeah.
or like
Oh,
do what
yeah.
needs to be done, so you're not just like left up to the hospital to decide.
That's a good
That's
point.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why it's worth it.
I don't know. I haven't gone there yet.
I guess like that you have kids too, so you have someone to take care
yeah,
of.
yeah.
in your
You got
old
kids.
age.
You're
Yeah.
taken care of for sure.
What's
Yeah.
the youngest woman you would date?
Probably 30. I mean, I don't know. What am I gonna do with a 25-year-old? Like check out her TikTok videos and shit. You know, it's like
That's
Record
a good
some
point.
TikToks, get mistaken for her dad.
Yeah.
I know. I'll like mention like Led Zeppelin. Like, what the fuck are you talking
Right.
about? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Christ.
That's
Probably.
so funny.
Yeah, like 30s. 30. Yeah.
I feel like there could be some women out there watching this who like this.
Yeah.
is a
Chime in,
catch.
ladies. Yeah.
Alan, you're a catch.
Oh, thanks,
Completely.
boys.
Yeah. There's a girl out there for you for sure. We just gotta find her.
We gotta find like a cool, hot pickleball lady.
Yeah. Cool hot
With
pickleball
kids.
ladies, chime in. Yeah.
Chime in.
Want to travel?
Yeah, exactly. With kids who
With
like
kids.
traveling.
Wouldn't mind if
enjoying
she had a
life.
good job with makes a lot of money.
Hey, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's always a
We're
plus,
open
ain't
to
it?
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be good.
You're so close. I feel like I got a good feeling for you, Alan.
I think it's
Yeah.
about putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And being
Yeah.
confident in what you bring to the table.
Totally.
I think it's confidence. You
I
know?
think
Yeah,
so.
I think that's really it.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna help you be if you gain confidence and feel confident in what you bring to the table. It's gonna help you approach more women because you're gonna feel good about yourself. It's gonna help you on dates with marketing yourself. And women are astute readers of nonverbal communication. So if
Totally.
you're down on yourself and you're feeling like, oh, she's out of my league or she probably doesn't like me for XYZ reasons, then she's gonna pick up on that even if it's from a subconscious place. So you have to come to the date of like, I deserve to be here. I'm here to see if I like her and if there's a vibe, not to see if she likes me. Like you need to come at
take
it with
some of that power back. And what makes you feel confident? Like a good pair of jeans. Like it could be anything. Like what makes you feel good?
What made that's
few
an interesting
beers.
question. Yeah, a few beers.
Couple tequila shots. Yeah.
God. Yeah, I mean, I'm for the most part I would say I'm confident. I'm just insecure at the moment
Yeah.
because of money situation.
Totally. Yeah.
Is there anything you can do there? Like, would you consider a different career path or a promotion to change that, to gain, not that you need that to be confident necessarily,
Yeah. I'd be open to it for sure. But the thing is, again, it's like I make good money right now, so I'm kind of like stuck in this position
but yeah.
because it's offering me the most money, but it's also very volatile. Like, it's hard to like keep these jobs that I have for a while.
Yeah.
But
I mean, a
don't know.
move could be fun.
Yeah, I would be open to it for sure.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
right money.
We should put a good word in with your ex-wife.
Yeah.
We think it's time.
Yeah.
For your dating, for the sake of Alan's dating life, the entire
We have
family
got
is
to
going
get
to,
her to move.
relocate to
Yeah, yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
We'll
need a new
chat.
dating pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to Austin either. I heard it's awesome.
It is.
great,
It is
yeah.
so awesome. There's so much live music. There's comedy. There's outdoor stuff to do. There's no beach. You're gonna lose the beach, but it's really hot in the summer, so that's when you come back to California in the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
My parents live down
Vacation.
here, so I could still come back.
Oh,
Yeah,
easy,
Stay with
yeah.
them. Easy peasy.
Totally.
Let's
Big.
do
Yeah.
it.
You mentioned a dog too. Like a
Yeah.
big dog town. I
Big
feel
dog
like.
town.
Yeah.
And how tall are you?
Excuse me. 5'10".
Okay, so you can get some cowboy boots, and then you'll be 6 feet.
Oh hell
Nice.
yeah, that's
So we
right.
can open up the dating pool by saying you're taller on apps.
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's
Perfect.
right.
Don't lie about your height on apps. No. But
That'd be fun. Like go line dancing on a first date. That might be cool.
that's really
that's
fun.
a popular first
Yeah.
date in
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
Whole new world
Line dancing
out
is
there.
so fun.
Get
That's
yourself
so
a
fun.
cowboy hat. You'll be 6'5" when we're done with you.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Well,
Right.
Alan, I feel like we've got some good advice on the table. I think it's a matter of you putting it into practice, and like I said, you bring so much. There's plenty of women out there who are watching who are going to be excited. So we'll tell them to get in touch. And Paige, thank you so much for your valuable advice. Where can people find you?
Thank you. Instagram at Paige A. Gallagher, and TikTok at P Galley. That's where you can find me.
Amazing, and thank you so much for your wise words.
Oh, thank you. I have a podcast as well. Thank you very much. Called What a Trip. with Paige and Caro. I do it with my my comic friend Caroline Deary. You can find us on Apple Music, Spotify, all the things. YouTube.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Check her out.
Nice.
Thank
Check
you to
out.
you both.
Thank you.
you.
Thanks,
for having me.
Alan.